President Trump tweeting after his G7 trade meeting with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Fair trade is now to be called full trade if it's not reciprocal. According to a Canadian release, they make almost $100 billion in trade with the U.S. Guess they were bragging and got caught. Minimum is $17 billion. Tax vary from us 270%. Then Justin acts hurt when called out. Sean Spicer, former White House press secretary, is here. Sean, this was really amazing, this sort of showdown, if you will, our so-called friends, but President Trump calling them out and just stating facts, and nevertheless, he's been portrayed as something of a villain.
Well, right. I mean, look, Trudeau was the host of the G7, and I think to come out right afterwards and make a big deal out of it was a little unbecoming. And if they haven't gotten used to it yet, the president doesn't take those kind of comments lightly. So, you know, interestingly, the communique that they all agreed to talked about lowering tariffs across the board. The president succeeded in getting them to understand that, you know, these deals where we have low tariff barriers and non-tariff barriers into the U.S. market is hardly reciprocal trade, when a lot of these countries, which are not exactly developing countries, all of the ones in the G7, by the very nature of them being in the G7, and still have high barriers to entry for market access for U.S. products, is not fair. It's not reciprocal. It's not fair trade when these developed countries, the world's leaders, still have high tariff barriers for our products to come into their market, whereas they can come into ours. And I think the president's calling the people out, and he's getting results.
You know, to that point, has something developed of an entitlement sort of a mentality? We know post-World War II, we know the Marshall Plan, we know all the things that America's done over the years, and consequently, the world has seen 1 billion people join the middle class. That could not have happened without America making it happen, allowing it to happen, and by having these lopsided deals. But at some point, you've got to cut them off. And I think these guys, you know, all the people who are associated with the G7 and other arrangements Sean, they've got to know this.
Right. And Charles, you and I started talking back in the late 2000s when I did trade work for the Bush administration. There's something to be said for helping underdeveloped or developing countries grow their markets by the U.S. giving them access to our market and helping them along. But it's quite another thing when all of these developed countries who locked in deals back in the day are still taking advantage of the U.S. marketplace. And as President Trump pointed out, we have a much bigger marketplace than they do. And so I just don't. I think that they've had a free ride for a long time, and finally President Trump's calling them out on it and saying, "Okay, I know that you've gotten away with it in the past, and nobody's been willing to take you on, but I am."
Yeah.
And so I get it. It's you know, if you haven't had to pay for something for a long time or gotten a free ride on something for a long time, and somebody finally calls you out, you probably aren't expecting it, or that wasn't in your lexicon for a while, and now it is.
You know, it's interesting, too. After we got out of TPP, Canada drove a hard bargain. In fact, they held the whole thing hostage after we got out of it. And Trudeau was able to craft a deal that put Canada first, right? It had cultural industries, and it was protectionism across the board. So he understands. In fact, he actually said we have to update these 21st century trade deals as his reasoning for driving a hard bargain with his friends there. I want to ask you about this.
But if I can, Charles,
sure.
The other thing that's important to remember is, look, people are trying to make this as if somehow that's undermining the relationship. There's nothing wrong with us continuing to view Canada as a very strong friend and ally that we stand shoulder to shoulder with in terms of our national security and other interests. But at the same time, call out areas of the relationship where there are problems. And in this case, unfair tariff barriers for our products going into their market. So I don't necessarily believe that just because you're calling out certain inequities rather in the marketplace that somehow undermines the overall relationship.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised when the dust settles and we have better terms for all involved.